Hi, I'm Jenny Bortman, President of Universal Insurance Programs. Today I'm here with longtime friend and industry veteran, Jerry Deveney. Welcome, Jerry.
Hey, thanks for having me out here. I appreciate you guys flying me out here today.
Yeah, I know it wasn't first class and you had to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, but you're here.
Yes, I had to go from Jonesboro to Memphis to Atlanta to Phoenix,
Yes,
but I made it.
He made it,
yeah.
and we just are super appreciative of you coming. And I thought it'd be fun, while I've known you for a long time, there's a lot of new faces in the industry, so why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and where you're at today?
Sure. I actually got into the tanning industry in 1984, before most of you, and I know you weren't even born back then, hardly, not even close. But
Not even close.
Not even close. I've been doing this seriously 40 years, and when I got into it, I thought this will never last, and here we are 40 years later, and it's booming, still going strong. I started a company in New Jersey back in the 80s called Future Industries. I sold tanning beds, hot tubs, gym equipment, saunas, and so on. And then I sold that company and moved to Arkansas and took a job with Sun Industries.
From Jersey to
Arkansas. And that was the largest manufacturer of indoor tanning equipment in the world. They were eventually bought out by Ergoline today and so on. But then I got into other products as well. And for about the last 10 years, I've been selling with something called red light therapy, poly red light therapy. This is really becoming bigger and bigger in the industry. And I also have my own line of skincare products called Protoxil that goes with the red light and saunas and so on.
Okay. And are you seeing tanning salons gravitate more towards other ancillary services?
It's really funny, but there was a magazine years ago called Looking Fit, which
yeah.
your mother was part of. And I actually wrote an article about 25 years ago where I said, every tanning salon is a day spa waiting to happen. Well, it's taken about 20 years for that to happen, but that's what's going on. Salons have to morph into something else. They have to attract a more diverse clientele. Tanning is always going to be the anchor, I believe, but getting into other products is what's really helping the salons attract people who never ever set foot in a tanning salon before. And that's what's going on.
Yeah, we're seeing more uptick in different kinds of services, whether it be red light therapy or massage chairs and other day spa services.
Yeah, the salons really need to put in products that kind of mimic tanning and that they're relatively labor or attendant free. That's what really helps them out. You don't want someone having to stay in a room with the customer. You want to put them in the bed or under the unit and you go about doing other things.
Right, it changes the model.
Yeah, and keep an eye on business at the same time, but you want those labor-free devices.
Yeah, we've also seen that there's more shows now. Are you attending them like you always used to?
Yeah, now the shows aren't what they were 20 years ago, where we used to sometimes have 10,000 people come to a show.
And the Dallas cheerleaders.
The Dallas cheerleaders and so on, and celebrities showing up. However, I still do probably 4 or 5 shows a year, and while the attendance isn't as high as it used to be, the energy level certainly is.
Okay.
I was doing the
Tanning salon owners do like to have fun.
They always have. At 5 o'clock, you could find them at the bar. But when I did the Four Seasons show in Nashville, I was emceeing the show, and I was up on stage and I said to the audience, how many of you here are here to open your first salon or just recently opened one? It was probably 20 or 30% of the audience was opening their very first salon, or they were purchasing an existing salon.
Okay. Yeah, we're also seeing a lot of new faces, and it's refreshing to see that it's still very vibrant.
And I do see a lot more young people getting in, opening the salons. Where people my age and so on are selling out, and now people in their 20s and 30s are purchasing those businesses, and it's fresh blood in the industry.
Yeah, on the flip side, I think with the older equipment, maybe we're seeing an uptick in claims with frequency and severity. What's your perspective on that?
Yeah, and that goes into the fact that when these people are buying an existing store, they may not realize how old the equipment they have are featuring in their store. They may have equipment that was made by a company that's no longer in business. So it's hard to get parts for that. They may have to go to a hardware store or have a local electrician try to fix it, and it's never the same. They can't do it the same way the manufacturer did when they built it brand new 20, 30 years ago. And I think that's where you're seeing a lot of the issues out there. And a lot of times, unlike the auto industry, you don't know sometimes how old that tanning bed is. You have to look for a serial number on the back of the bed, and maybe it's there, maybe it's not. And I see lots of salons, they're successful, they're doing well, but the beds are 20 years old plus.
Yeah, it's time to upgrade.
Yeah, you just have to, because you can't find parts anymore.
Well, and besides just the aging of the tanning equipment, we're seeing more slips, trips, and falls and other claims like water damage.
And that goes to what we developed in conjunction with Universal, the safety checklist. Salon owners go through a lot of turnover of personnel, If someone joins the salon or works for the salon for a few months and then they leave, and the salon owner has to train people all over again, what to do when you open, what to do when you close. So we've created a safety checklist that you go down a list before you close up. Did I shut off the coffee pots? Are the toilets running? Is the washing machine empty? Are the connections to the spray tanning shut off, and so on? Because when's the flood going to occur?
In the middle of the night.
When nobody's there, and you wake up in the morning and you flooded your place and the next two businesses underneath you, whatever. And the other thing is, let's face it, slips, trips, and falls. Where are they occurring? A lot of times around a spray tan unit.
Where there's water.
Well, not just water, but overspray from the unit. Just the very nature of spray tanning. If the salon owner doesn't do a really good job cleaning up, after they spray tan people, either handheld or manual, it can lead to slip, trips, and falls. I don't know too many mats out there that can handle all that overspray.
Right, having the mat's important, but then cleaning the room afterwards is just as important, if not more important.
And also inspecting the UV equipment. Even if it's a great 20-year-old bed and it's running good for you, make sure you check the lift system, check the acrylics, look for pinch points, look for anything that could cause an injury. Go through it, make sure the tanning bed is operating properly, raise it up and down, listen for any squeaking or noises, do some preventative maintenance.
Yeah, well, and going back to what you said, the owners might know all of this day in and day out, but the staff is very seasonal in nature, and so they have a peak season, they hire up, and then next year comes around and it's all new employees. The
checklist should be on the employee's cell phone or via text that they can look at. It should be posted by the entrance and exit, so before they lock up, they go down to 10 or 15 points they need to follow up on and make sure they cover everything before they lock up. And again, we provide that checklist free of charge.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jerry, for coming out today. You're always a wealth of knowledge. Like Jerry said, we did create opening and closing procedures as well as videos. So check out our link below and feel free to reach out if you have more questions. Thanks so much and talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.